I, Vaishali Chablani, welcome you all to the 8th session of eStart 2021, which is a pre-incubation training program for the budding startups organized by Entrepreneurship Cell, Amity University, Rajasthan, in association with Amity Innovation Incubator Jaipur, supported by Atal Innovation Mission and Institutions Innovation Council. The topic for today's session is IPR, trademark, patent, copyrights, etc. And our experts for this session are engineer Devakar Srivastav, who is the founder of Frolic Health Tech PVT Ltd, and engineer Lavishan, who is the co-founder of Frolic Health Tech PVT Ltd. Before starting, you all can post your queries in the chat box and raise your hands to ask the same. Over to you, sir.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. So I'll just share my screen. Yeah, hi. So can anyone tell me is it visible and the voice is clear?
Yes, sir, the PPT is visible.
Okay. So the basic intro about myself is that I have been working in this IPR domain from last 4 years. And so this session will definitely include the basics of IPR, what are the different terminologies which is used in IPR, and how it can help you or any kind of startup or a company which is into its initial phases to develop and go into this IPR domain and protect their own property and IP. So I think we can start. So basically, objectives of today's session is that currently what is IPR, to know the importance of intellectual property rights and the patent, the different terminologies like copyright, trademark, geographical indications. So starting with like IPR, so basically it's divided into like two things. The property is divided into two things, tangible and intangible. So tangible can be yeah, the tangible can be a movable items like car, bike, human, and immovable like building, etc. Intangible intellectual properties are divided into like this industrial property related, then copyright related. Then coming to industrial property related, it's basically patent, designs, trademark, and GIs. So basically, we will be discussing about these four things today: patents, like design patents, then trademarks, and the geographical indications. So basically, starting with what is IP? So, like this is the most important question. Like most of you will be having in your minds. So basically, is a property created by a person using his or her own intellect for ultimate use in a commerce and which is not available in a public domain. So for example, in simple words, IP is something is a kind of innovation which you are doing, which you as an individual is doing or a company is doing in a collaborative manner. So basically, IP stands for intellectual property, and everyone who has a right over this IP can is bounded by legal terms that his or her IP cannot be used by any other person. So basically, examples of IP are in invention relating to any product or a process, a new design. It can be of any article, a literary or artistic work. Simply, you can compose your own music and you can file your IP. That music will be belonging to you yourself. And then the trademark can be any kind of word, a symbol, any kind of logo. The company's logo, most of the company's logo, they are already having the trademarks like Coca-Cola and anything. any kind of company, you can name it, Audi, BMW, everyone has their own trademarks. So basic definition of IP and is this only, like it's a kind of, in legal terms, it's a kind of right which is given to you in terms of your innovation, which you do as an individual, or it can be any form of collaborative company which is doing any kind of innovation. Then like these are the things which we'll be discussing today. I'll be going through each of them in detail. So patent, it's something like basically to protect your technologies. Trademark to protect words, signs, logos, labels. Design to protect any kind of design. It can be a design of pencil, ornament, anything. Then geographical indications to protect region and specific product. Like different regions have certain like more important kind of products which are defined into this geographical indications. We'll be going through it in detail. Then copyright to protect literary or artistic work. It comes into this Copyright Act. We'll be going through all these things in detail in the coming slides. So basically, these are like few points which are very important considering the intellectual property rights. So basically, to provide an incentive to individuals for their new creations, to accord due recognition to the creators and inventors, to ensure material reward for intellectual property, to make available genuine and original products. So basically, the IPR revolves around all in like on these 4 points only. Like for a normal example, if I tell you that right now because of corona and everything, there are like vaccines which have been developed, and each vaccine has a certain patent granted to the particular company or the inventor. So basically, it helps them to like protect their invention so that anyone else can't misuse that particular invention, the formula or anything. For example, Covaxin developed by Bharat Biotech has a particular patent in regards to it. No other company or no other like lab can go for its production unless and until the original company gives any right to that particular company. So definitely this IPR gives a kind of recognition to the creators. It gives a material reward for intellectual property, and it helps the masses to get a genuine and original product. So you can't get a duplicate Covaxin or any other vaccine unless and until any other company just comes up and produces its vaccine without any authentic rights from the particular assigning company. So these are the 4 points which are basically helps us in IPR and helps the community to like have a good product in front of them. So like I'll be discussing what exactly is not patentable. So for example, things will be coming in your mind that some things which are not patentable. There are many things which are patentable, but what are exactly the things which you can't patent? For example, natural laws, like any like science students will be knowing the perpetual motion, gravitational force. They are the complete natural laws which are not patentable. The public health and mortality, like toxic drugs, the things which are like atom bombs, which are harmful for the humans, like the toxic drugs which are harmful or the drinks which are harmful can't be like protected under the IP laws. The scientific principles or formulations of abstract theories, like the like for example the universal laws, like the earth rotates around the sun. Everyone knows this. It can't be like patented. Now the like mere discoveries about a new property or new use of known substance, unless the efficacy of that particular substance is increased, or mere use of any known process of a machine. For example, like you are a kind of inventor, you have modified certain machine and you claim that this particular machine's efficiency is increased by 1% or 2%. Unless and until this particular thing has a new thing in like in the invention, like you have used certain kind of new products in that particular machine, or you have used a new algorithm in that machine, this thing can't be like patented. So this paragraph just explains that only. then the substance obtained from the mere or a mixture resulting only in the aggregation of the properties of the components. Like for example, you mix solution A into solution B and start saying that this is something which I have invented a new solution. But you like on examining it, we couldn't find that this is something which is new. You have just mixed the properties of two different things and you are claimed that this is something new. These things can't be like patented because it's not justifying any kind of new product or new invention. Then the arrangement or rearrangement of a known devices working independently in known manner. This is something which is very again the same thing. The most common things, like if you say that you have joined a TV with a laptop and both things are like very normal and very like known in the masses, we can't claim that this is something new to the masses and you can't file a patent for this particular thing. Then the method of agriculture and horticulture, these are things which can't be patented. Any methods of treatment of human beings or animals, the methods can't be like patented. Plants and animals in a whole or any part there other than microorganisms cannot be like patented. Mathematical or business methods like computer programs as per the algorithms can't be patented. A literary, a dramatic, a musical, artistic work can't be patented, but it can be. You can go for the copyrights in this case. Like for example, you developed a new music, you composed a new music, you can go for a copyright, but you can't patent that particular thing. Then like for example in India, basically like the computer students who are there in this session must be knowing that if you develop a new code for a particular thing, you can't patent it like completely in India, but in US they allow patenting the complete codes. Like for the Facebook and everything, it has been patented. But in India, the codes are not currently allowed to get patented, but you can patent the product. Like for example, like if you are developing a new code, you are developing a new product, it can be any kind of app or anything. You can go for utility patents. Like for example, you can go and file a patent on that particular. Then like the mental act or method of playing a game, this is something which can be patented. A presentation of information which can't be patented. Topography, integrated circuits. Then invention relating to traditional knowledge, that is very common. And invention relating to an atomic energy. Then coming to the various kinds of IPRs. So basically, patents. Like I'm able to hear someone who's like speaker must be on. Can anyone like mute themselves? Yeah. So like the patents are like inventions that products, process, materials, composition, technical solution to technical problem, then industrial designs, like any kind of new features, new shapes, patterns, configurations, like trademark, again a kind of like word, logo, label, monogram, slogan, and applied on an article of a manufacturer or service indicates the origin of goods and services. We'll be going through it in detail. Basically, copyrights, again I explained it, it can be any kind of proprietary right coming into existence as soon as the work is created, like composition of any kind of music, dramatic creations, literary artistic creations. And GIs are geographical indications, like for example, it identifies the agriculture, natural or manufactured goods originating from a definite territory of India, possessing special quality or reputation based upon the unique characteristics of the GI locations. So basically, we'll be going in detail. I'll explain everything in detail in the coming slides. Then, like organization structure, basically, these are the like four things which are the basic gist, or you can say the like the location based, where the IPRs are mostly patented and the trademarks and the complete offices are set up. You can like reach out to them and then you can get your copyright done. You can file your particular invention in this particular locations like Kolkata, Delhi, and Mumbai and Chennai has a the Indian patent offices. The trademark registry is done in Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, and Ahmedabad, and then geographical indication mostly in Chennai. Then patent information system is like RG. It's a Rajiv Gandhi National Institute, which is situated in Nagpur. So basically, it is like the center point of every patent which is filed in India, mostly. So then the validity of IPR. This is like something which is very important. So the thing is that when you file a particular patent, you just don't go for like protection of that complete patent for your lifetime. It's mostly 20 years from the date of filing. So for example, if I go for a patent application today, then like in the coming 20 years, I'll be getting the particular protection of that particular invention through this patent. And the renewal fees I need to maintain is every year. And this act and rule, which is in 1970 amended in 2005, this patent act, which covers everything, that how many what would be the fees of this particular renewal, the complete protections, what protections I'll be getting in this particular domain of patent, and the maximum year which I'll be getting. So maximum year is almost 20 years for a patent. Then coming to trademark, it's the protection you will be getting for lifelong. The renewal will be almost after 10 years, each 10 years. And the complete act and rule which holds these, it's the Trademark Act 1999 amended in 2010. Then the design patents and design IPRs come for maximum protection of 15 years. Like after 10 years, for next 5 years, you need to get the renewal done. The Design Act is for 2000 and the amendments were done in 2014. And copyright is maximum for 60 years, and you don't recover any kind of renewal fees you need to pay. You need to just pay it at the first initial time. And the act is of 1957, which is amended in 2012. Then GIs are mostly for lifelong, and renewal is done for 10 years. Again, there is a particular act for the geographical indication, which was amended in 1999. So basically, these are like the different like the validity of IPR. These are the 4 or 5, you can say, most important IPRs which are like when you go for filing, any kind of patent, or when you go for filing any kind of trademark or copyright, you are going for particular durations, and you need to renew your fees after a certain amount of time. And the acts which follow all these rules have their like geographical indications have a particular act. There is a patent act, there is a trademark act, there is a design act. So all these 4-5 things come into different acts, and these are the terminologies and the maximum protection which you get. And this is something which is a very common example. The logo of Coca-Cola is like a common example of a trademark, and the shape of the bottle is an industrial design. So you must be knowing, everyone has drank this Coca-Cola, and this is the particular peculiar shape of this bottle. So it comes into this industrial design aspect. The trademark of this Coca-Cola written on this bottle comes into this trademark category, and the patent may have been obtained in respect to the bottling equipment. The copyright is in respect to the text, database, or artistic work appearing on this website. A single product can be protected by more than one IPR. So, for in this complete bottle, there is certain formula of this Coca-Cola which is like patentable. The design of this particular glass bottle, is patentable. The Coca-Cola written on this bottle is comes in the category of trademark, and the the artistic work, the kind of design and logo comes in the copyright. Coca-Cola logo comes into the terms of copyrights. So like this is again certain examples which I am giving here. So for example, this first image you can see is an example of industrial design. This peculiar design of the fan, ceiling fan, comes into the category of industrial design. The iPhone, the half-eaten apple, comes into the category of trademark. The Tirupati Laddu, which is very famous, comes into the category of geographical indications. Most of the people have eaten this Tirupati Laddu, and the Coca-Cola bottle I've already explained in the previous slide. Then this Kolhapuri Chappal comes into the category of geographical indication, because these like the Tirupati Laddu and this like Kolhapuri Chappal have a significance, a name, Kolhapuri Chappal and this Tirupati. So this stands for a geographical territory, and they are very, very kind of famous things. So that's why the inventors of these things must have taken the geographical indication GIs for this particular invention. From this slide, you can just easily go through it. Like all things are explained over here. Then patents. Basically, I'll, for example, just go through one of the patent for better explanation. Basically, this is the structure of patent. So for example, anyone can open any kind of patent. You can see this is the basic, like you can call it a number of patent number. US stands for the origin of the patent, that is, it is from United States. The B2 is like the kind code. It explains that how many iterations have been done in the particular patent. So for example, it starts from A1, A2, A3, is A4, then B, B1, B2. It goes on. It depends upon how many iterations, how many changes have you done in this particular patent. This is the title. This is the abstract, and the current assignee is Audi. So for example, this patent belongs to Audi. This is a very well-known company. So basically, it is on suspension means. So I am from mechanical engineering. So basically, this is something which is very common to me. And patent has like 4 or 5 most important things. This is the number. This is the title. This is the abstract. These are the images. These are the classifications, and these are the claims. So basically, claim is the complete, like you can call it a gist of the particular patent. Claims are drafted by the core technical teams presented in the Audi or any company. Like the complete gist of the particular patent is drafted through these. Complete description of the particular invention is provided in the description part of the patent. So basically, this is how a normal patent looks like. This is the inventor, the person who invented this patent. They belong to the Audi, so that their names are mentioned here. The assignee is mentioned here. These are the certain dates, like for example, the priority, application, publication. These are the like certain dates which are mentioned here. For example, this patent was filed around in 2008. Then the priority was in 2007. Then the publication, the different publications, how the iterations went on and how the changes were put in. So these are the certain dates. The status, you get the status here, whether it's expired or active, depending upon the renewal policies and everything. So basically, this is something like a lookout of how the patent belongs and how the patent looks like. And there are various patents. This is something which is very common. Like I have opened a mechanical patent only. So you get biological patents and every kind of patents in the world. So this is something for normal showing you only. So basically, I have explained everything, and again, one thing which I can show you here is this is something the website for Indian patents. So you for example are a like individual person who wants to file any kind of patent. You think that I have designed something new, I have innovated something new, and you think that I can go for a patent itself. Then you need to go on this particular website. This is for the India only. You need to go through it. Every detail is been mentioned in there. How do you file the patent? How you can, like, what are the rules for the patent filing? How exactly would be the fees for patent filing? Different like process which is mentioned over this website. So you can just go through it and you can just have a look over this particular thing. You can even like go for design patents, the trademarks, the GIs, which I've already mentioned here. So I can even share the link later whenever like I'll be sharing this PPT. So the people who want to look into this, you can just go through the particular website. So basically, like patents have like the territorial jurisdiction, which I've already told you. So for example, I showed the patent of US. So there is also patent of India, Canada, China, any country you can name it. All countries have a particular patent for their jurisdictions. So the company which is like, for example, a company originated in India is selling a particular patent or a product in India itself. So he or she will be going for a particular patent of the particular innovation in India only. And for example, there is a company, very big company, for example, Reliance Industries, and they have their own products which are going in abroad also, maybe US, Canada, China. So they need to take the rights over that like territory. So for example, I'm selling a particular pen in India, then I'll be going for a patent in India only. If I go for selling this particular brand of mine in China, then I'll be need to grant a particular patent in China. So this will help me to protect my particular IP and innovation in China as well. So this is the only thing because why we need the patents. Any other person in China sitting in China can't actually say that this is my innovation and you are selling it in a wrong direction, or you're selling it in my country without my own concern or own authority. I can show that I have a patent in China for my product. So I have all the legal rights of selling my particular product in China. So this is something which is very important for any kind of company. If you are a startup, you are providing any kind of product, and you want to like go for selling it in abroad, apart from India, then you should definitely go for patent. This is something which will help you in like protecting your IP in any other country. Like this is something which I already explained you. Granted by the government of India, like it should be novel. If you're going for a particular patent in India, then it should be normal. It should be like disclosing the invention to the government. The terms of the patent, it's like already told to you, it's 20 years from the date of filing. You need to renew it, and whenever the government demands from particular authority, you just need to renew it. Else, the particular patent will get expired, and it would be considered into a non-literature, which is like common to everyone. Anybody can use it. Like for example, I have developed this particular pen and have got a particular patent. And after 20 years, I didn't look into it, and my particular patent got expired. Then my friend, who is also in this particular manufacturing of pen industry, can just go for particular of my invention and then use my particular patent and can make the different changes in his particular creation and start a particular mass production of that particular patent and production of this particular pen, and you can like go for particular patent rights. So this is something which is very like common. These things keep happening in this IPR industry. So like for example, I didn't care about my particular renewal policies and everything, and after certain amount of time my patent got expired and like it came into this public domain. Then any other person can use this particular patent and like get the particular technology advanced and go for mass production without my rights. So this is something which is very important, that you need to get the renewable policies done at each time whenever you are going for patent, because it will help you to protect your particular invention for a amount of lifelong time whenever you go for this. There is certain acts all the complete rules and regulations are followed in these acts. So I won't be going in detail, but this is just for like normal information that there are certain acts, Patent Act, which is the most important act. It was in 1970, and it covers different things, understanding of the act and like the draft, how you are drafting a particular patent, how the particular claims are being drafted. Everything comes into this act. Like 4 particular offices, which I've already explained, are dealing into this: Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, and Chennai. So coming to industrial designs, as already explained, this is something related to a particular design. So for example, Lamborghini, the car, everyone must have seen it, most luxurious and the expensive cars. So it has a particular design which is very specific to its own. So this company has a particular design patent, considering the kind of peculiar design it has. So no other company can go for this particular design. The kind of front looks, the kind of back look it has, the kind of side looks it has. So no other company, not even like bigger companies, I can say Audi, BMW, any other company which can, without its own permission, can go for this particular design. So this thing helps you to protect your designs. It can be from ornamental design. Aesthetic aspects can be covered in this particular design. So for example, for the many girls here in this session, the kind of ornaments you wear have a particular peculiar design. So the major companies have filed their design patents over this thing. So no other company can like go for this particular design without their permission. Then mostly this design aspects is only for design, the patterns, the lines, the colors, the 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional structures which follows. Like for example, the Coca-Cola bottle, which I already explained to you, the peculiar design of the glass bottle. This is something which is coming into the design aspect. You can see from this example, this slide, the first is the ornament, the second is for the particular peculiar design of the chair. This is again the car Lamborghini. This is for the like footwear, peculiar design of the footwear. Then for the like merchandising section, the peculiar designs of the clothing, the container sections having a peculiar design, the bottle, Amul bottle or any kind of bottles you have in the market have the particular design patents which have been filed over this. No other company can use this designs without their own like permission or anything. So I've already explained the like the time period of these particular things which you need to like completely like renew it basically. Then coming to the trademarks, trademark basically, as the name suggests, it stands for the brand, the logo. Is simply a visual symbol of a, like maybe a word signature, name, device, label, numerals, combination of colors, or anything. It defines your own company or anything. Like for example, Coca-Cola has a particular name which has been trademarked. My own company, Sorry Celtic Private Limited, we have got for this trademark done. The particular design of the like logo which we have right now, we have gone for this trademark. Then the like device for the symbol, monogram, shapes of a goods or the packaging comes into this trademark category. The combination of the colors also comes into this particular thing. For example, for many people, the BMW sign has like the blue, red, and the white color combinations. So basically, these have been trademarked by the companies. So this is something which is very peculiar. They go for it to keep their authenticity very much alive whenever they are selling their own product of car or anything. So this slide like sums everything. This is like Adidas, Yahoo, BMW, Burger King, BBC, Nokia, Toyota, Pepsi, Mobil, McDonald's, Mercedes, Benz, Honda, Google, IBM, HP, Puma, Harley Davidson. So these are the complete logos. Everything has been trademarked by each of the companies in order to maintain their authenticity. So this is something which is very important for the customers and as well as for the company. So for example, if you are going to buy a Harley Davidson bike, you must be knowing that this is something which is very unique. You can't like there are people who just put the logo of Harley Davidson on a Splendor bike, which can't define their like particular product. So anybody, the Harley Davidson has the full right to claim that particular inventor or that particular individual that you are misusing my particular logo and you are selling that particular product under my name. So these things definitely help the companies. Now coming to copyrights, copyrights, as I already told you, in a legal term describing rights given to the creators for their literary or artistic works. These are the different things which include in the copyright. Novels, poems, plays, reference works, newspapers, articles, like computer programs, databases, musical composition, dance, theoretical productions, artistic works such as paintings, drawing, photographs, sculptures, architecture, advertisements, map, technical drawings, and manuals. Uh, so these are the things which are into this copyright category, which are not into this patent category. So if you are good in writing novels, you can go for copyright. If you are good in writing poems, you can go for copyright, so that no other person can use your particular novel or creation without your permission. So these are the things which are into this copyright section. Then geographical indications, as I already told you, it is basically on a territory, region, and locality, which is something which is very much associated to a particular locality, territory, or a region. So something which is related to a climatic environment, specific manufacturing and farming skills, like something which is very much into this tradition, something which is very much common, which is known to people coming from ages. Like this particular Jaipur is famous for its like handicrafts. So people know this, that this particular place is like very much famous for its handicrafts. So this is something that comes into the geographical indications. So the place which is famous for certain things comes into this particular domain. So example, Darjeeling tea, very much famous. Like this particular like Kolhapuri chappals, which I've already told you, Tirupati laddu, the orange, like the Nagpur orange, which is very much common. Even the foreigners uh, come to this particular places and like go for this Darjeeling tea, oranges, like the laddus and everything. So this is something which is comes into the category of geographical indications. So again, this slide shows certain examples: basmati rice, Darjeeling tea, the silk sari, the mango, Alfonso mango, the chappal, Bikaneri bhujia, the Agra ka paratha, petha. Sorry, Agra ka petha, which is very much famous. Everyone must have gone and eaten this. So this is something which is the location which is famous for comes into this geographical indication. Something which is peculiar to particular location. So if anything like for example in coming times and like the particular Jaipur becomes famous for any other thing other than handicraft. So the particular inventor can file the geographical indication for this particular location. So this is something which is located in Jaipur and it's famous for this. So Bikaneri bhujia, like everyone must have like eaten this. So this is something which is common to Bikaner, and people there are different like the like what you can call different shops related to Bikaneri bhujia even in Mumbai. So they have this particular thing that if you are in Mumbai and you want to have this particular Bikaneri bhujia, you can go and this particular even this like Jodhpur Mishtan Bhandar must have gone and eaten it. So this is something which is common to Jodhpur, and there are many shops opened in all across India. So the people have this particular thing in mind that this is something which I am going to a particular shop of Jodhpur Mishtan Bhandar and I'll be getting authentic sweet from this particular shop. So this comes into this geographical indication. Now coming to why IPRs in general are very much important and how it can help you as an individual or any other budding startup or any other like for example there are many professors in the universities who are into this innovations and who have like written many publications and who have gone through particular inventions and researches. So how IPRs are important for them, how important it is important for you as an individual, as a student, when you are going into this research field, or when you are not into this research field also, but you are like a good designer, you are a good like technocrat, you are designing particular ornament, you are designing particular merchandising section, you are into this music industry, you want to have your particular composition, how IPR will help you in general. So basically, IPs are an assets which are belonging to the owner for commercial gains. For example, I am having a particular patent under my name, so I will be having the complete right over my inventions, and no other person can use this invention without my permission. So it will be giving me a certain commercial gains also. So, for example, I have a patent over a particular component in automobile section, and this is something which is very peculiar to me. Now, for example, Maruti or Honda comes to me after 5 to 6 years and says that this is something which we want to use in our automobile. So the thing is that there will be two things in this case. Either I can give them permission, okay, yes, you can go through it, you can go ahead with my invention. You can just pay me for each car which we sell, which will be sold in the market, and the particular portion of that profit I'll be getting from this particular company. This is something which I can do in this case, or I can just go for like selling my particular IP to this particular company. For example, I sell my particular patent to Maruti for around, I can say, a crore. I just sell my particular patent for around a crore to Maruti, and then I can just get my money at that moment. Now the IP rights will be shifted to Maruti. I won't be the inventor of this particular patent anymore. Maruti will be having the complete right, but it has taken a legal permission from me and paid me my amount, that this is something which I'm buying from a particular person and using his or an invention in my cars. So this is something which is very much important for you as a inventor, or any kind of startup, or any other person. Something which will give you commercial gains as well. So the IP owner can stop others from manufacturing and selling products, services which are very duly protected by IP owner. For example, I can file a complaint or sue any person who has been using my innovation without my permission. So he will be liable under the Patents Act to pay me any kind of money which I'll be demanding from him, because he has cheated certain limits of the Patent Act and haven't gained my permission whenever like he started using my invention in his or her particular like products or anything. So this gives me a complete kind of set of power in terms of this particular thing. Then IP owner can sell or his or license to the IP for commercial gains, which I've already explained. IPs can be used to establish goodwill, brand value to the market, or authors through IP can mention about the IPs or in your resume and show their competence. So, for example, if you are a student right now and you have filed a particular patent, so this is something which is considered a very much bigger thing in a college life. So, if you think that you have filed a particular patent, you have done certain inventions, and you have filed a particular patent, then you can go for writing it in particular CVs or resumes whenever you sit for your like interviews. So this holds a major extra points which you will be getting from other candidates in that particular interview. So this is something which is, because the companies right now today need the people who have this innovative mind, who can devise new things, who know how the IPRs work in this particular technology, in this particular world. This is something which is very much important. Then the IPR certificate establishes legal and valid ownership over the intellectual property. As I already told you, you will be getting a certificate. It holds the legal and valid ownership to you. Then these are the something which is like common things which I already told you how exactly IPRs and everything will be working in. This is something very much like common thing which I've told you, and this is something which is the basics of IPR. There are very much detailed IPR thing, like how the patents are done, how the patents are like filed. It will take definitely a lot of time, like around 4 5 hours to go through it in detail. what different types of patents are, how you are going for filing, how you are going for there are different processes in filing, how the applications are filed, how the patents are granted, and there are different searches which are conducted in IPR domains, like for novelty searches particularly, then FTO searches, infringement searches, like landscape searches. So this is a very much booming industry, IPR, and I must say that for example, if anyone has a good interest in technology, if anyone has a good interest in research, this is something which is very interesting field, IPR. So you will be dealing with certain technologies which is very unknown to like the common people. So you will be working on the technologies which will be like coming in 5 years down the line, which will be like coming around mostly around like 10 to 15 years from the line. So this is something which is very much interesting field for the people who are into this research field, or who are have this technology in their head, that who want to just go into this technology domain. So this is something which is like very much basic of IPR, which I have told you, and basically there are many much details which can be covered over this IPR domain. But as the session was mostly dedicated to copyrights, GIs, patents, so I tried to like come up with a gist of all these things, how they are working in this IPR, and how like you can just protect them from your particular invention, can use into this particular invention and go for your patents or your trademarks or anything. So basically this is it from my side. Any other questions you have, you can let me know.
Thank you, sir. If someone has any queries, yeah, any questions, they can just put it in the chat box. If any, or they can raise their hands as well. Excuse me, sir, we have a question for you in the chat box.
Actually, my chat box is not like disabled right now. So can you read the question?
Okay, sir, sure. The question is how we can check the design which we framed is already got patent.
Okay, so this is something which is very good. Basically, as I told you, there are different searches which are conducted in particular IPR domain. So I'll just give you a normal example. Like if I am an inventor and I have designed, or I have designed any kind of particular thing, which can be like a normal bottle or a mouse. So I need to go for certain searches which are called the prior art searches. So this is something which is done to find, is there any other particular like prior art which is normally patent, or any other thing which has been filed previously, and which is how exactly it is similar to my invention. Then depending upon exactly what results you get from these searches, you can go for your patents, or you can go for your trademarks or anything. So it's just like the searches need to be conducted before filing any kind of patent or trademark or copyright. Whether your particular invention is very much novel to you or not novel to you, how close it is to the particular patents which has been filed previously. So, for example, my recent project was in this like Honda had filed particular invention related to a fuel injector. So mostly the mechanical people, if there are in this chat, must be knowing the fuel injector, and which was like not exactly same, but had certain changes, had certain efficacies were in like increased in that. And Maruti had also filed a particular patent around in 2005, which was almost related to this fuel injector, but had certain things which were different. So exactly it was not matching the results of Honda, but it was quite close, almost like 95% it was close. So the Honda had to make certain changes in this particular design of fuel injector in order to file a particular new patent. So you need to conduct certain searches. There are many companies who are into these searches. Yeah, like my own company where I'm working is into these searches. We conduct searches on these particular patents and everything in order to get the particular prior arts which are almost similar or not similar. There are many companies in India who are working in this domain. For example, if you are new in this domain, you are new as an inventor, you just can't file a particular patent just by getting into a particular invention. You just need to go for a prior art searches beforehand in order to get an exact idea how your particular invention is novel or it is very much similar to a particular invention in the past. Depending upon that, the examiner, which is like sitting in Mumbai, Kolkata, or Delhi, which will be telling you that this is something which is very much novel and you can go for patents or any kind of design patents or trademark or anything. So this is it.
So, sir, the further question is there any site to check it?
There is like different like you can say tools which the company uses. There are tools in for the complete patent databases. For example, there is like Orbit, ORBIT. There is Thomson Durban Innovation. This is something which is a kind of tool which is used. Now coming to this, the Google patents, which is very much common tool to find out the patents which has been already filed. So, for example, this is a patent of Audi which has already been filed in almost 2008, as you can see. So you can go and have a look on this particular patent. Even, for example, if you like, you can go in this particular Google patent and type suspension, or you can just type a kind of car in this. You can type the different inventors and dates or anything. This is a basic tool which I'm telling, which is common to everyone. So you can have a look on this particular thing. You will get around every kind of prior art which is mentioned in the past and which is relating to your inventions. For example, suspension, car, anything. So you can write anything, any kind of synonyms which have you used. Kind of inventors, also inventors which you think you can are like looking out for them, or the assignee which you are looking out for them, be it Audi, BMW, anything. You can go for this. So there are different tools. This is something which is very much free, common to all. There are paid tools which I've already told you. Orbit, this is something which is very much paid tool which the company uses. Derwent Innovation, which is also a paid tool. Patch Sneer is also one of the tool. Patch Snap is also one of the tool. So these are certain paid tools which the company uses. So on these, the searches are being conducted by the research teams of these companies, and they find out that whether your invention is being novel or not. They provide you the complete reports. The examiner also sits with them to check whether the particular invention is novel or not. Then you can go for your patent filing and everything. So it's a longer process, not a one-day process. You overnight think that this is something which I think this is something which is new to me and I can file a patent, but you need to go for this all these checking process before that.
Okay, so the another question is, can we copyright recipes?
Yes, definitely you can go for this. Recipes, you can go for copyrights, you can go for like it comes into this particular Also, recipes go for this particular patents also, like copyrights also. Both are can be done for this particular thing. For example, this Coca-Cola has a particular formula for their drink, so they have their copyright as well as patent in this particular domain. And if you have a particular peculiar recipe for any kind of dish, you can go for patents. You can go for their like patents in the way that how much proportion of salt you are mixing, how much proportion of your of any kind of pulses you are mixing, it goes into this patent. Then the complete recipe will be going into this copyright act.
Okay, sir. So, sir, can you please send the names of the tools that can be used for all these?
Yeah, I mean, should I send it in the chat, or I'll just I'll do one thing. I'll just add one slide over this particular tools, and I'll mail the particular PPT.
Sure, sir. Any other question and queries if anyone had? Looks like we have no further questions and queries. So thank you so much, sir, for sharing your knowledge. It was really great to have you here with us. I would now like to thank on behalf of Team Entrepreneurship Cell, Amity University, Rajasthan, and Amity Innovation Incubator, Jaipur, to our honorable guest, Engineer Divakar Srivastava, for joining us today, enlightening young entrepreneurs with your experience. I would also like to thank Dr. Manju Kaushik, organizing chair, for her kind support throughout the event. ESL, Amity University, Rajasthan, for their tireless efforts and dedication in organizing such knowledgeable events. And a very special mention for the entire IT team and to the wonderful audience present here today. Thank you all for joining us here.
Thank you so much. And one more thing which I would like to add in the last thing, we have been in talks with Dr. Manju ma'am, and we have already developed one a venture of Floric only, which is Edu Floric. This is the website which I'm showing right now, and there are different courses. If we'll be like going for this mass sending to everyone through Amity only at the first step, then we are going for other colleges. So we are very much grateful to Dr. Manju ma'am, who have gone like shared with us his like her views over this, and provided us a platform through which Floric could enter into this education line. And through this we are launching this particular thing, EduFloric, which is a side venture into this training and development, which will be working at the first step through Amity like entrepreneurship shell particular at the first step. Then we'll be going into the different particular colleges. So there are different courses, like we'll be circulating it through Amity to the people, and whosoever would be interested in particular courses can go through this and can get enrolled in this particular course, and can have a like look out to particular courses. So this is something which is very much targeted to the particular industry, like for example data analytics, for Java certifications, and like Tableau certifications, which is very much like the need of the current industry. So definitely I'll like to thank Dr. Manju ma'am for particular showcasing us with this particular venture, and like always like being with us for this particular thing, and particularly Amity and ESIL for giving us complete support, because this is something which is our last session in this particular thing. We have already taken 3 sessions before the market research and everything. So this was the last session. So I thought to like add this particular thing in this session. So thank you very much to the Easter and everyone, and Dr. Manju ma'am, so for the guiding us over this particular thing. And it was a great particular complete sessions which we conducted through Thoric, and definitely we'd like to have those again in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Devakar sir. That means a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you.